What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles to keep you up to date on what's going on. And yeah, do you hear what's going on with Jack Dorsey? I guess he laid off 4,000 employees and their stock went up. I guess there's many reasons going on for like why he did it. He overhired during COVID days. AI is replacing the jobs. Some are pointing out a company employee party or something that cost more, but yeah. And then also he added more Bitcoin. So that's going to be the news today. But let's take a look at Bitcoin's price. Where are we at right now? We are at $65,543. So it looks like we are still dipping. Yesterday was a pump after all that Jane Street news, but hey, that news is still continuing on right here. So yeah, now we have Elon Musk on board with the Elon Musk versus Jane Street. Now this is getting wild. Elon on Tesla shorts. If they don't exit before Tesla reaches autonomy at scale, they will be obliterated. Now, Tesla later surged 55%, crushing many shorts out there. Will Elon step in again if short sellers don't stop selling? We'll see. But yeah, that's news after Trump and his company, Trump Media, accused Jane Street of a naked short selling. So yeah, Jane Street is under some deep investigation right now to see what's going on. So yeah, well, I'll let you know how that plays out. But let's dive into the news. Let's talk about this Jack Dorsey. What is happening? So yes, Jack Dorsey's blocked to cut 4,000 jobs in an AI-driven restructuring. So in a shareholder letter, Dorsey said he expects other companies to follow suit soon and reduce headcount in the wake of AI advancements. So he's saying that AI is the reason for it too, as well as like, but again, that's also a big topic too. It's like, how fast are we from just AI eliminating so many jobs out there? But that could be a part of it. So Jack Dorsey's payment company Block will cut roughly 40% of its staff in a major shakeup, a decision the co-founder attributed to the rapid acceleration of AI at the company. Now, we're already seeing that the intelligence tools we're creating and using, paired with smaller and flatter teams, they are enabling a new way of working which fundamentally changes what it means to build and run a company. And that's accelerating rapidly, wrote Dorsey in a letter to the company, which he shared on X. Now, I have two options: cut gradually over months or years as the shift plays out, or be honest about where we are at and act on it. So I chose the latter, repeated rounds of cuts and destructive to morale, to focus and to the trust that the customers and shareholders place in our ability to lead, he added. Now, affected employees will receive 20 weeks of salary plus one additional week for each year of tenure. Now, 6 months of healthcare coverage, their corporate devices, and an extra $5,000 for personal needs, Dorsey said. And employees will be notified today if they are losing their jobs or entering consultations. Now, here's Jack's tweet on X. We're making blocks smaller today. Here's my note to the company. Today, we're making one of the hardest decisions in the history of our company. We're reducing our organization by nearly half, from over 10,000 people to just under 6,000. That means over 4,000 of you are being asked to leave or entering into consultation. Now, I'll be straight about what's happening, why, and what it means for everyone. So first off, if you're one of the people affected, you'll receive your salary, 20 weeks, plus one per year of tenure, equity vested through the end of May, 6 months of healthcare, your corporate devices, and $5,000 to put toward whatever you need to help you in this transition. Now, if you're outside the US, you'll receive similar support, but exact details are going to vary based on local requirements. Now, I want you to know that before anything else, everyone will be notified today whether you're being asked to leave, entering the consultation, or asked to stay. Now, Bloomberg reported earlier this month that up to 10% of Block's workforce could be eliminated during annual performance reviews as part of a broader restructuring. Now, Dorsey said over 10,000 people work at Block and just under 6,000 will remain after the cuts. Now, the company employee count grew by 237% in 4 years. Financial data website Macro Trends estimates that in 2019, Block had roughly 3,835 staff, which grew to a peak of 12,985 by 2023, representing a 230% increase in 4 years. Now, Dorsey said the current round of job cuts followed a full review and pressure test. In a shareholder letter released on Thursday, he predicted that other companies would soon follow and reduce headcounts, as intelligence tools have changed what it means to build and run a company. Now, here is that chart showcasing where they were at 2013, no data, 2014 started at 1,200, but at 2020, let's see, it was like around 2021. No, they said COVID time, so that's either going to be this year, which was 5,477, up to 12,000 by 2023. So, Now, I don't think we're early to this realization, I think that most companies are late, and within the next year, I believe a majority of companies will reach the same conclusion and make similar structural changes. Now, I'd rather get there honestly and on our own terms than be forced into a reactively. Now, going forward, Dorsey said that Block will prioritize streamlined operations powered by AI automation to accelerate a new product output and focus on model where users can build their own features on the company's platform. Now, the stock price spiked after the cuts in earnings result of this. So Block stock XYZ rose more than 31% to $96.58 at the market open, up from the previous close of $73.65, according to Google Finance. Now, the company also released its Q4 2025 earning result, reporting a gross profit of the $2.87 billion, up 24% year on year, while its Cash App record recorded a 33% year on year increase in revenue into $1.83 billion. So, yeah, and so this article didn't say everything too, because I think he also mentioned that back in the day too, during the Cash App and Block Inc., they were treating those two companies separately when he said they could have just done it singularly. So that was another reason why he was doing it. But let's see. But on the other hand, though, too, is this was that really all it was? AI taking over jobs, cutting the staff just to be ready for it. But Bull Theory said, this is crazy. It turns out Jack Dorsey's Block spent $68 million on a single party in September of 2025, roughly the annual payroll for 200 employees at $340,000 each. Now, then 5 months later, which is now, he laid off 4,000 people, 40% of the company's workforce, citing AI and intelligence tools as the reason. So many people are speculating the real reason is it poor planning or overspending, not AI. So again, that's this theory going on right now. And yeah, so here was after that announcement, it rose 20%, 23%. No, how much is that? $54 went all the way up to 67. I think the article said 93 though at the open. So, but no, could this also be the reason though why he cut it off? Overspending, bad planning? Who knows? But if anything though, with these cutoffs and less pay to pay, looks like he's stacking it into Bitcoin. Because yeah, Jack Dorsey's firm just bought more Bitcoin. The company added 103 Bitcoin and now holds 8,883 Bitcoin in total ranking, now reaching top 14 on the top Bitcoin treasuries list. So what is Jack Dorsey doing? What do you think is the real reason he laid off his employees? Is it because of AI, which I do think is partially true, because I do think AI is going to take over a lot of jobs in the near future because it's accelerating fast? Or was it over hiring back in the COVID days when he was running Cash App and Block? And then, yeah, so that could be a reason. Or was it just the misplanning on that big company party? What do you guys know? Let me know in the comments down below. But all right, so that's our Jack Dorsey news. Let's continue on. What else is going on in the space? So we talked about Jack Dorsey collecting Bitcoin, and also in the Bitcoin news, looks like there's 20,000 wallets that are now going towards a 100 Bitcoin wallet stash. So Bitcoin's 100 Bitcoin club edges toward 20,000 wallets in a bullish sign. So the number of wallets holding at least 100 Bitcoin is close to 20,000, which is a milestone some analysts view as a sign of improving holder distribution. So Bitcoin is on the verge of surpassing 20,000 wallets with at least 100 Bitcoin, an indicator that could signal healthy market dynamics according to the crypto analytics platform Santiment. Now, as of Thursday, there were 19,993 unique wallets holding at least 100 Bitcoin or more, worth roughly $6.71 million per wallet at the time of publication. Now, Santiment said in an X post that Santiment anticipates that the milestone could be reached by Friday, which is today, so I wonder if that did happen. But if the numbers of the 100 plus Bitcoin wallets is growing, that does suggest that distribution across more large holders rather than a small group controlling everything. Now, Santiment said it is an important signal for Bitcoiners as it reduces the perceived risk that a small number of whales can significantly swing prices. Now, Santiment points to less extreme consolidation. So in that sense, it points to less extreme consolidation at the very top. Santiment said that the trend also hints at rising confidence and a turnaround for Bitcoin, which a lot of us believe is we feel like we're here. The bottom is around, sure, it could go down a little bit more, but it feels like the turnaround is soon to happen. But we are currently down 47% from its October all-time high when Bitcoin was $126,000 and is currently 67, or I think right now we're 65. Yep, we're still 65. And Santiment explained that increase in the number of large wallet holders after Bitcoin's price drop can be a bullish signal. However, it noted that the overall percentage of supply held by this cohort is changed, suggesting that while new wallets are reaching 100 Bitcoin, some long-term holders are likely selling. This is why prices have stayed suppressed, said Sandman. Now, are Bitcoin OGs done? Are they selling aggressively for now? Well, fears that the long-term Bitcoin holders are selling have been ramping up over the past 3 months and are widely seen as a key catalyst behind the recent pullback. Now, Bitcoin analyst Will Clemente said on January 14th that it seems like Bitcoin OGs are done selling aggressively for now. And as for the near-term price action, MN Trading Capital founder Michael Van de Poppe said in an X post Thursday that the Bitcoin must find a high low and we'll be continuing the trends upwards. So far, so good for Bitcoin, Van de Poppe said. So again, this is kind of a bullish sign. Like, how is this bullish again? Just it's showing that the increase of people just accumulate, especially the whales. This is showing whales accumulation, not retail, because retail will be lucky to at least have one full Bitcoin. If that 0.01 Bitcoin, that's what everyone should be striving for if they can't get to one. But this is really showing whale news that they're holding, and they're gonna, or we're increasing our whales holdings, because again, we were at 19,998 wallets holding about 100 Bitcoin. Now we're about to surpass that, and we're meeting more people, and that actually makes Bitcoin even more scarce, knowing that number's out there. So with these wallets adding more Bitcoin to our wallet, that's less Bitcoin you can get. So I would take this as a bullish sign. Now let's see. We just got two more news pieces for you. Looks like Minnesota lawmakers submitted a bill to ban kiosks, proposing a statewide nation ban on crypto self-terminals. So this is another way for at least states trying to protect their community about crypto scams that go on. Because there's really, what else can you do with these crypto scams out there? The crypto scams take place when it's usually sometimes it's a phishing email where somebody gets an email saying like their bank account's been compromised. They need to send them their money in Bitcoin to keep it safe. And that's how that usually leads there. Or it's even a pig butchering romance scam where someone fell in love online to a fake person, and then they said, oh, send me money. And then they lead them to a crypto kiosk. So some states out there are putting limits on these ATMs. They're like putting like $3,000 or $5,000 limits, so people don't like put $20,000, $50,000 in the machines. And people have been doing that, scammed out that much. And now I guess Minnesota, they're just doing a plain out ban on it. So that does work. That does stop the scam right there, because you can't just go there. So that's something to look at. I wonder if it's going to follow suit in other countries. We'll see how it is. Like, this is for sure the guarantee way to stop crypto ATM scams, to say, hey, we don't even want them here. But again, crypto ATMs are nice, even though they have high fees. Definitely high fees compared if you paid on Cash App, Coinbase, or anywhere else you can buy crypto. ATMs are terrible, but they offer the retail, the community out there to pay in actual cash. So we'll see how this plays out, but I just wanted to share that little tidbit news with you. And now it looks like South Korea, though, is not doing too hot. I think we just saw like the police or whatever there lost like 1.4 or some hefty amount of crypto out there. But now it looks like the tax office leaked a seed phrase and lost 4.8 million in seized tokens. So come on, South Korea, you got to be more responsible for your seed phrase. And not just South Korea, this is everyone in the crypto space. Like, you got to keep your seed phrases and private keys protected. You're not exposing them. You're not pulling them out so a camera can just get a view of it, and now it's exposed. So you want to keep your seed phrase hidden, safe, and never see the light of day. But let's see where they actually leaked this seed phrase on. So South Korea's National Tax Service reportedly published a wallet seed phrase in a press release. Now, tokens worth $4.8 million were swiftly drained in the latest custody blunder for the authorities. Now, South Korea's National Tax Service accidentally exposed a crypto wallet seed phrase in an official press release on Thursday, leading to the loss of 4 million PRTG tokens worth about $4.8 million from the address, according to the local media reports. Now, according to multiple Korean media reports on local sites, Naver, Chosun, and others, the press release related to the National Tax Service enforcement campaign against tax delinquents and seizures that the authorities had carried out, and the release reportedly included an image of a Ledger cold wallet and a sheet of paper showing the wallet's full mnemonic phrase without any blur or masking. Oh, that is terrible. And can we click on this? Can we zoom in? So yeah, it's kind of there. Like, this is blurry to us because it's a repost up there, but yeah, they exposed it. Now, blockchain researchers later identified an Ethereum address linked to the leaked phrases that briefly held the 4 million PRTG tokens before the entire balance was transferred out. Now, on chain data for that address shows 3 inbound transfers totaling 4 million PRTG, followed by a single outbound transfer sending exactly 4 million PRTG to another wallet, consistent with those reports. Wait, so transferring total 4 million, a single out. Okay, so they just did one. I thought they did like a tester. It's like, even the scammers doing tester transactions to make sure their wallet gets it. But no, it looks like they just did that one time, no tester, boom, it's gone. But Associate Professor Wu Cho of Hansung University's Blockchain Research Center, who analyzed the flows, noted on X on Friday that we have confirmed that the 4 million PRTG tokens, worth approximately 4.8 million, were stolen from the mnemonics that was leaked disclosed through a press release from a national tax service. Now, he added that fortunately, the other exposed mnemonics did not seem likely to cause any major issues and argued that because the stolen tokens were difficult to cash out, the actual damage is at its negligible level. He said that he hoped the episode would be a blessing in disguise that pushed Korean public bodies to build proper virtual asset custody systems, and crypto custody failures test Korean authorities. Now, this incident comes as South Korean authorities face another crypto custody scandal. In a separate case, police discovered in February 2026 that 22 Bitcoin seized in a 2021 hacking investigation had vanished from a cold wallet stored in the Gangnam police vault. Now, 2 suspects were arrested on Thursday after investigators found that the coins had been moved using a mnemonic phrase that the police had never controlled. And separately, regulators are under pressure over BitThumb's recent 620,000 Bitcoin fat finger promotion error, where the exchange briefly credited users with about $43 billion in non-existent Bitcoin, and then the Financial Service Commission extended its probe after criticism that it failed to spot serious system flaws earlier. So, right, so South Korea. So right now it seems like they're being known for just having leaks, not so much security in their crypto holdings and just not doing anything properly. And that's one side of what we hear in South Korea. The other side that comes with South Korea is the big time scammers, the Lazarus group, which was a part of that BitThumb. Is it BitTree or BitThumb? Like the $1.4 billion hack that happened there. So South Korea is great at hacking. I'm not saying all South Korea is great at hacking, but like that scammer group, great at hacking. But the actual government, on the other hand, for custodying the seized cryptos and all that stuff, not too good. So South Korea still needs some work to do. But hey, when they make mistakes, it's a learning process, and that should be taken to everyone. Like if you make a mistake in crypto, hopefully it doesn't deter you away, but you take it as a learning lesson, so that way it never happens to you again. And like you can take those lessons too if it doesn't happen to you. Like go out there, check out articles, just what I do with these news, like, and I'm bringing them out there. Like I'm showing like scams that happen, like how did it take place? Because that way, as you see it, like learn from other people's mistakes out there, so that way you don't fall for them. But that's what, people just need to take from this. Like at least if you make a mistake, don't let it be end. Just know it's a learning lesson. But that's what's happening over in South Korea and around the world right now. Let's see. But that's it for the news for this Friday. Yeah, Jack Dorsey laying off employees. What's really going on there? AI, bad money management with that party they had. Or are they just planning on using all that money to buy Bitcoin, which they did? And then the Bitcoin wallets keep accumulating over, we're almost at 20,000 for the 100 Bitcoin wallet holders out there. So that's bullish news. And then South Korea. But let's see, our fear and greed index today is still at a 16 extreme fear. So we may start dipping again if price keeps continuing going down. This might have been, like I was worried if this was a shakeout the other day. It's like, all that Jane Street news, like, was it really? Like, because this pumpy came after all those rumors came out. But now it looks like it's starting to fall back down again. So I wonder, I don't know what's going to go down. I'm still gaining on the thought that we're going to we need to reach the 200-day moving average still. So let me pull up that bull mania. I always like pulling up that chart. Let's see, Bitcoin moving average. Let's see, let this load up. Oh, Ivan, what's going on? Why is our 200-week and 50-week moving average chart not working? Let's see. Do we got any other ones? Let's see. Halvings by performance. I want us to get to at least the Bitcoin 200-week moving average. If there was any others, nope. Okay. But yeah, so the 200-week moving average, though, if that chart was there, it sits at $58,000 right now. So, and I've been expecting, like, or I've been planning on this for the past couple of weeks, that Bitcoin is going to touch that, and then the narrative changes over to the bullish sentiment. So that's what I'm still waiting on. So Bitcoin's price could reach it. It's struggling to reach that 70,000, but I do feel at some point this year, though, we will reach a new all-time high. We will have another rally up. When? Do not know. Maybe the half of the year. Maybe we might see it at the end of the year. So, but I do feel like our narrative this year will change. So it is great stacking opportunities for these discounted price of Bitcoin. So yeah, but everyone, it's Friday. Hope everyone has an awesome weekend. I am definitely going to go play some poker tonight. So I'm going to hopefully win some green there, and it's light poker with friends. Enjoy it. So you always got to just enjoy the time you got when you have it. And so everyone, enjoy your weekend. Go outside, touch grass. Don't focus on the Bitcoin price so much out there. If you're still worried or freaking out there, just keep hodling, keep stacking, and it's going to turn out just fine. So take care, guys, and I'll see you guys